I love working in the video game industry because of all the nerding out we get to do.
I share a lot of those interests with my coworkers, whether it be gaming or music, kind of like nerd culture.
What I really enjoy about working in the games industry is that there's something happening all of the time.
I love working in the video game industry because at the end of the day, you don't necessarily know what's going to be thrown at you.
I look forward to all my meetings because I never really know the exciting things that I might see and the new things that might pop up from day to day.
Since I was a kid, video games have helped drive my creativity, and they've enabled some of my best friendships that I hold dear, years and years later. And now I get to kind of give it back, so to say.
I get to have fun doing my job every day, and that's something that I feel really fortunate to say.
One of the things that I really enjoy about working in the video game industry is the ability to connect with people over video games.
Being able to marry my personal love of video games with my professional career.
We get to do the craziest things.
The ability to bring things in my imagination to life on the TV screen.
What I love is building worlds with other people.
We create these very fun experiences.
Games are fun.
I get to include the player in the development process with playtesting.
I worked in telecom all my life before coming to a video game company, and when you tell someone you work in telecom, their eyes glaze over and they pretend like they care. Now when I tell people what I do, I will talk to them for a half hour about the 80s music, the games we grew up on. It is the best.
The video game industry has some of the best people in it. I think that goes for both talent and personality. Super fun to work with.
Everybody in the game industry, so passionate, so creative, so incredible, so hardworking.
I am constantly talking to people that are inspiring and willing to open and share their creative process with us.
And it's always growing and changing, and there's just so many different aspects to it. It's not just one thing, it's a bajillion different types of things because there's endless types of games.
Whether it's engineering, art, marketing, design, I get to work with all different types of people, and I get to see all of the fruits of their labor come to life, and then we get to impact players in a really positive way, so it's really fulfilling.
What would you like to see changed or improved about the games industry?
Being more flexible from a work and home employment.
I hope industry-wide as a culture, we embrace doing things outside of the screen. So I hope even if we're fully remote, I hope that people will still meet up face-to-face with people and that companies will encourage people to just go take a walk.
I would love to see greater relationships develop between gamers and the developers. Sometimes there's not always good communication lines, and because of this, I think some toxicity sometimes emerges.
It's far too common for us to lose sight of the fact that there's another person behind that avatar. Much like us, they're trying to enjoy themselves away from reality for a little while. If the game you love has a reputation for the players being absolute garbage to each other, it's really hard to get rid of that tarnish.
I really feel there's a need for more diversity in the game industry.
The balance of men and women working.
For example, at my studio, diversity is supposed to be one of our core values, and not even a third of our team is women.
It's been really exciting to get to work with more and more ladies as the years go on, but we've still got a ways to go.
I would say, I think I would just like to see a little bit more variety of games. I mean, we see a lot of superhero and soldier kind of games. I'd like to see more variety, more different types of games for all types of people.
What I'd like to see changed in the video game industry is for crunch time to stop being glamorized and for work-life balance to be the standard.
And I think it's really a shame, too, that a lot of people who are in the games industry leave after just a handful of years because there's so much burnout or because they hit a point in life where they want a certain level of stability and it's just not a priority for the games industry, so they have to leave. And that's frustrating because it can feel like my time as a game dev has an expiration date.
We like to consider ourselves to be kind of like a crunch-free culture, to where it's the absolute last thing that we would like to do. But I wish that wasn't unique. I wish this was common.
We get to help shape the future of video games, both from adults to kids.
Even if this specific feature or bug that I'm working on doesn't seem to be super interesting at the time, at the end of the day, we can take a breath and say to ourselves, we're working together to bring some form of enjoyment to people.
And ultimately, we're here to entertain people. That's one of my favorite parts about the games industry.
It gives a great pleasure to see how our content is being perceived by the end users.
It's just so gratifying to see someone really enjoy something that you've worked really hard on.
Getting to be a part of bringing that joy to fans, getting to do that, that's a dream come true. That's what I wanted to get into the field to do, and getting to do it is incredible.
The games that we make touch so many people across the world.
I'd love to think that one day I will get to make a game that makes someone laugh or cry or feel or think.
Video games have moved past just being something fun to do. They bring people together, guide people through all sorts of experiences, and help them become better versions of themselves.
As we saw during the pandemic, many people used games to find community and camaraderie, and I think that level of cultural impact and connectedness makes it really unique.
Video games are powerful, they're empowering, and they can transport people to worlds that they've only ever dreamed of going to. I don't think there's any other word for it other than magical, and it really is a privilege to be a part of it.
There are very few professions where you get to make someone's life a little better.
But most of all, I just want to make a game that makes people smile.
Hello, and welcome to the inaugural US GamesIndustry.biz Best Places to Work Awards. My name is Chris Dring, I run GamesIndustry.biz, and it is an honour to present today's winners. The Best Places to Work Awards is about celebrating great games employers, but more than that, it's about making the games industry a better place to work. Everyone who takes part in these awards, win or not, can receive their scores from us so they can identify areas of improvement. We will even do some of the work for them to help them analyse the results. Beyond the awards and throughout this entire year, GamesIndustry.biz will be hosting talks and panels, producing articles all about the biggest challenges facing the HR industry: inclusivity, diversity, abuse allegations, climate change, education, mental health, remote working, COVID-19, and so much more. The games industry has had its fair share of negative headlines, and we want to help eradicate these issues and highlight some of the companies that are getting things right. Because there are companies getting it right, because we've just met them. For these awards, we surveyed over 2,500 staff, and 94% of those staff said they were satisfied with their employer. 92% said they get a sense of accomplishment from their role. 88% said they look forward to going into work the next day. It's an industry known for layoffs, yet even so, 92% of staff said they felt secure in their job. There were some lower scores, areas of improvement, we can see that. Only 71% of staff said that staffing levels were adequate. 67% rated the ethnic racial diversity of their company as good. There are, of course, things to improve, but it's what we're seeing from these results is that there are wonderful places to work in the games industry. Now, how these awards are judged are via two forms. We have a HR form that features questions around topics such as pay, benefits, staff makeup, leave, and many more. And then we have an employee form where we have almost 60 statements that staff have to agree or disagree to. The HR form is worth 25% of the final score, but it's the employee survey that is the most important, worth 75% of the results. Now, we will reveal the winners of our Best Places to Work Awards. The first section, we will reveal all 11 US badge winners, whereas our second part will focus on special winners of specific areas, categories such as crisis management, health and well-being, education, and diversity. But first, let's reveal our badge winners. Our first category are the small company winners. These are businesses that are more than 10 employees but fewer than 40. And the winners for this section are Big Run Studios. Formed in 2019, the mobile developer prides itself on supporting traditionally underserved audiences. They have built a culture that's extremely supportive and caring.
What I enjoy most about my job is the creative space and freedom that I have to create wonderful experiences for players, and having a team of really smart, engaged people to really bring that forward.
Next, Phoenix Labs. The studio is focused on making great teams that are incredibly talented, who bring diverse perspectives and experiences to making games.
It's about the people. I love who I work with.
They are extremely caring and supportive.
We all come together. There's a sense of collaboration, camaraderie, and community.
There are so many people from a variety of crafts that are so open to sharing their knowledge with me. So that way, I learn from their mistakes, or I learn from the things that they've done, so I can, try and experiment on those kinds of things with my team.
Pragma Platform. It's not all about games makers here at the Best Places to Work Awards. Pragma is a back-end game engine. The firm is now committed to remote working.
The thing I enjoy most about working at Pragma is the work culture and discipline Pragma has developed. We collaborate a lot on the code that we ship through pairing and mobbing, and we have a high bar when it comes to code quality.
Somehow we capture this problem-solving or learning process and turn it into a really positive, shared moment. And I feel like that just sets the bar for everything we do at Pragma.
Finally, Virtuous. Virtuous says that a culture of mutual trust, respect, and passion drives every decision that it makes.
We're a very small group and we're all very close. And if there's anything I struggle with, somebody always takes time out of their schedule to help out, and I really appreciate it.
Everybody is excited to come to work, and everyone is excited to do their job and learn more from each other and contribute whatever it is that they have to share.
And also, most importantly, actually, the company feels like it's taking care of its employees, and things that I had to kind of worry about before in previous jobs, I really don't have to worry about here.
Congratulations to Virtuous, and congratulations to all of our small company winners. Now we're on to our mid-sized company category. These are winners that are over 40 employees, but fewer than 180. And the winners are 47 Communications. The PR specialist prioritizes work-life balance and inclusivity and boasts the best training for PR, leadership, and communications.
What I enjoy the most about my job is our amazing team culture at 47 and the collaborative nature of the work that we do.
The company culture that we foster here, everyone is so passionate and so driven and always has the best attitude every day. It really helps me, love coming into work every day.
In television, the Classic Games brand is back with a new console where every game is E-rated and features no microtransactions. The staff say that the company leadership sincerely cares about the employees and wants everyone to succeed.
I love looking at in television because look at this office, it's so cool and people are so nice. Oh, my senior engineer and the people I work with are great. And also I love the vision and the mission of the company that want to bring people back together.
Parsec. Famous this year because of how its streaming tech has been used to get games into the hands of journalists, the startup has already made a big name for itself and is rapidly adding new initiatives.
We are a remote-first culture, and we have been able to develop such a tight team with such awesome focus, all while working remotely. And so working here at Parsec has just been a complete pleasure.
Obviously, we get a lot of work done, but we also do find time to have a lot of fun. And even though we work remotely, I definitely feel like I've developed really great relationships with all my coworkers.
What I really enjoy is that probably more than 50% of the engineering team knows the words to the DK rap by heart.
Our penultimate mid-sized company winner is Shell Games. Shell Games' mission is simple. They want to make experiences they're proud of with people they like in order to make the world a better place.
No matter the product or the project, it's still people first. And it's apparent from day one. We like to consider ourselves to be kind of like a crunch-free culture, to where it's the absolute last thing that we would like to do.
When you're working on a project day in, day out for an extended period of time, I think it's super important to work with people that you like and that you enjoy working with. I think Shell Games does a great job of that.
And finally, Servius. The VR game developer has worked with some major brands, including The Walking Dead and Westworld. They excel when it comes to supporting mental health and the physical health of their team. They also support the underrepresented groups across the games industry, and they work with educators to support the next generation of talent breaking into video games. Our final category is the best large studios. We only have 2 winners in this category. These are companies that are over 180 employees. And the winners are Iron Galaxy Studios. Iron Galaxy is one of the world's largest independent video game developers. It believes that the excellence of its work must be balanced by the quality of the lives that its people lead. It is sensitive about being good citizens of the communities where it maintains its studios, the industry in which it works, and the planet on which we all live. And finally, Respawn. The very famous EA-owned game developer made a big name for itself last year when it said it refused to crunch on Apex Legends despite the game's huge surge in popularity and the demands of its community. The game developer was one of the highest rated companies in all of these awards. Congratulations to all of our winners. And in fact, congratulations to everybody who took part. Nobody scored poorly in these awards. We could have had 30 winners. There were so many great places to work, but this isn't the Great Places to Work Awards. This is the Best Places to Work Awards. We're more than halfway through our awards now, and we'll soon reveal our special award winners. But before we get to that, I want to tell you about the website I work for, GamesIndustry.biz. GamesIndustry.biz has an array of resources to help you level up your career in the video games industry. We have guides in our GI Academy section. We have a jobs board filled with job opportunities, and we run events around the world and digitally. Check this out. Welcome back, and now it's time for our special awards. Our special awards are for individual excellence in specific areas such as education, such as diversity, such as health and well-being, and we will also reveal the first ever US Best Boss. On to our first award. This award is one of the most challenging ones to win. We're not just looking for companies that have diverse staff. We're looking for businesses that do their bit to support underrepresented groups both inside and outside of their company. And the winner of the Diversity Award is Shell Games.
Shell Games is deeply honored to accept this year's Diversity Award. Diversity makes us strong is one of our core principles, and we've worked to live up to that by supporting local organizations, funding minority scholarships, and with internal efforts like our Inclusion Advisory Committee. It's crucially important that we all work together to overcome the history of systemic racism and sexism in the game industry, because games are for everyone. If you'd like to discuss diversity best practices with us, please reach out. Thank you so much for recognizing us, and thank you for championing diversity in the game industry.
This award is specifically for the response to COVID-19. It has been a crisis for the video games industry, and it's a crisis for employers around the world. But the games industry did very well here. In fact, almost everyone that took part scored highly with this. But one company scored above all of them. The winner of the Crisis Management Award is Big Run Studios.
GamesIndustry.biz. This is Andrew Bell, CEO and co-founder of Big Run Studios. We are delighted and honored to receive this year's Crisis Management Award. We are a company first and foremost about our people. And last year, when the pandemic hit, it was amazing to see the team come together and support one another, accommodate each other's schedules, and even put together contributions and events in support of fighting surges in India and Argentina. So thank you very much, and all the best.
Our next award is for corporate social responsibility. This is for a company that has done incredible work in supporting charities, but also the wider games industry. And the winner of this award couldn't be more deserving for their work in raising money, but also for supporting indie games developers through Day of the Devs. To reveal the winner of this award, I'd like to pass over to our charity partner, Special Effect.
Hello everyone, Tom Donegan here from Special Effect. We're delighted to be the charity partner for the GI.biz Best Places to Work Awards. I have the very important job today of announcing the winner of the Corporate Social Responsibility Award for 2021. This is going to go to a company in the US who have gone above and beyond to help charitable initiatives and the wider games business this year. Before I announce the winner, I'd just like to show you a very short video featuring Paul, a young man who we've helped at Special Effect, which I think really highlights the positive impact that access to gaming can have.
My name's Paul and I have a spinal cord injury and I'm a tetraplegic. I was in Stanmore Hospital at the time, suffering with quite severe depression, and part of it was because of not being able to play games. My IoT did some research and found Special Effect on the internet, and that's when you came in and you set me up with all sorts of different controllers and different types of buttons and showed me that there's still gaming to be done and I can still play. I'm now using the Xbox Adaptive Controller. Each button, it does different things and they're all laid out in places that I want them. And then I have one button in my mouth because it needs clicking continuously. The more you've helped me play games, the more I've improved, and I didn't think I'd ever be able to play as I am now and playing as good or if not better than I was before my injuries.
Thank you. Right, the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm delighted to announce that the winner of the 2021 CSR Award is I Am 8-Bit. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you so much for honoring I Am 8-Bit with this prestigious award.
For us, it's not just about giving, it's about the giving actually making a real difference. I Am 8-Bit is a platform. We have a lot of fans and customers, and it's not scary for us to use our influence to support progressive change that might otherwise be deemed too risky for some other organizations.
For us, the decision about what we give to and how we give stems directly from ourselves, our personal beliefs, the beliefs of our employees. We do our best to echo those feelings out into the world in a way that is meaningful, so that we are truly giving as a company.
Yeah, and that's charities and organizations of every shape and size. It's international and national, like the Rainforest Trust, the NAACP, Planned Parenthood, and it's also local organizations. We're headquartered in Los Angeles, and we love public radio like KSTRW and DubLab, and schools all over. It doesn't matter how big or small, but we like kids a lot, and we want to support them.
And we do our best to lead by example, hoping that the giving that we do reflects and people respond to it and then give in kind of their own accord, because they see how positive that generosity can be.
Yeah. Thanks so much. We really appreciate this on behalf of everyone, including Amanda and myself and everyone at I Am 8-Bit and all of our partners. This means a lot to be recognized for doing a thing that we just love doing.
Our next award is for education. This isn't just for a company that does incredible work in training its own staff, but it's actually going into schools and universities and working with educators to improve the next generation of games talent. And the winner of this award is Virtuous.
Hi, I'm Jake DeGennaro. I'm the General Manager of the Virtuous North America Group. First off, on behalf of Virtuous and Counterpunch, thank you, GamesIndustry.biz, for the recognition of our efforts. That's a very humbling award to receive. Virtuous has always placed an emphasis on education, whether through ongoing programs, through mentorship initiatives, or university, trade school, and fine arts program relationships and partnerships. Our goal continues to be to develop a culture where we provide the resources and means to our teams that allow them to grow personally and professionally. We recognize that everyone learns in the same ways, so incorporating flexibility into our efforts and being open to new methodologies and ideas is a key component of ensuring that culture remains fresh and relevant, whether through sponsorship budgets for formal education, internships, mentorship buddy programs, management training initiatives, cross-discipline and cross-function training, specialized skill certificates, internal studio guilds. They all contribute to a bigger goal of creating an environment where everyone is always learning and growing in some way. I also want to take a moment to recognize and thank all of our amazing peers and partners throughout the industry. We continue to learn from you every single day. You've been supportive of our efforts in more ways than we can count for years, and I wouldn't be sitting here making this video if not for that support, so thank you. And thank you again to the GamesIndustry.biz for the recognition. We'll continue to strive to live up to the acknowledgement, so thank you.
Our penultimate award is the Health and Wellbeing Award. This is not just about the physical health of your staff, but the mental health, something that's become increasingly important, especially during the pandemic. And the winner of the Health and Wellbeing Award is Servius.
A quick introduction, my name is Ariana Misbahi and I am the HR Generalist at Servios. Today I will be accepting the Health and Wellness Award on our behalf. We are extremely grateful to receive such an award, as employee health and well-being has always been one of our top priorities. Through offering on-site boxing and yoga classes when we were in the office, to having an unlimited PTO policy and anti-crunch as a core pillar of our culture, we have always strived to create a healthy work-life balance. As this year has been difficult for us all, we overhauled our standard benefit offerings and partnered with Teladoc to provide 100% company-sponsored 24/7 mental health services to all employees. These are just a few of the encouragements we provide to employees to work towards a healthier physical and mental lifestyle. As this means a great deal to us, we are extremely appreciative to receive such an award and want to say a huge thank you.
Thank you for watching this far. Now, on to our final award. This is for the US Best Boss. Nominated by the games industry and judged by the GI team, the winner is a real legend in video games. But don't trust me on that. Let Matthew explain.
Hello. I'm delighted to introduce you to my friend and this year's recipient of Best Boss United States, Mr. Hayden Blackman. I've worked with Hayden on and off for the past 22 years. We cut our gums together at LucasArts, where he asked me, a new production accountant, to ensure he, a new producer, in charge of a $500 million product, didn't mess up. What could possibly go wrong? Over the years, I've come to realize why people are drawn to him, especially now getting the opportunity to work side by side with him at Hangar 13. He's a talented creative with a passion for his craft who never forgets to balance that appetite with a pragmatic production approach. He leads by example, approaches his work with an open mind, and is fueled by a passion for his team to succeed. He enables people to unlock their talent and empowers them to deliver quality product. Above all, he's loyal, kind, and I'm very proud to call him my boss. Congratulations, Hayden.
So thank you so much for this honor, this award. I'm incredibly humbled to have received it. When we first heard that I'd been nominated, I suspected that there might have been a mistake, and then when we heard that I won, I was sure of it. This is an award that I don't take lightly, and really is a testament to the team and everybody that works at Hangar 13. We're a pretty large organization. We operate across multiple continents and multiple time zones. We have a diversity of thought and language and backgrounds, and I think the only reason why the organization runs as well as it does is because of all the individuals that kind of push it forward every day and push me and push us all to be better and make sure that we're doing everything we can to make sure that the work environment is as conducive as possible to making great art, which is ultimately what we want to do. I'm really, again, overjoyed at the fact that I get to spend my life making games, and more importantly, making games with people I enjoy working with. And I think that has really been driven home in the last 2 years or year and a half as we've kind of weathered this pandemic. And I think the fact that we've been able to do so with some grace and get everything done that we wanted to get done, but also take care of each other and make sure that everybody was healthy and make sure that everybody was focused not just on the games, but on their well-being and their families and everything else is again a testament to the folks that work at Hangar 13. I'm just one part of a much larger team. So while I really appreciate this award, and I'm grateful to whoever it was that nominated me, at the end of the day, this is an award for all of Hangar 13. So thank you. I hope everybody out there has a safe year and a productive year, and I can't wait to play all the games that you're all working on. Thanks again.
Congratulations to Hayden, and well done to every single one of our winners. That ends the first ever US GamesIndustry.biz Best Places to Work Awards. You can see all the winners right now on the website, and over the course of the month, we'll be profiling every single one of them. So do check that out. We do want your feedback though. These awards are complicated. We do want to know how to improve. So do let us know what you think we should be doing. We will be back in September for our UK awards, and then again in November with our first ever Canada event. But until then, stay safe.